Hey, okay, I think I'm recording. So this is my first recording, my first live ever on Riverside, but we're going to go with it. So I made this list. So basically, I'm sitting here trying to think of how I can reduce some costs in my company. So currently, I hope I can share my screen. Yes, I can. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Mighty Networks, but Mighty Networks is it's like a membership thing where you can build your own community, you can make it free, you can put stuff behind a paywall, etc. So let me just show you what I built over the last year. And we're basically going to go through this whole thing. And I'm going to tell you what my problem is. And I figured I started trying to troubleshoot this. I started trying to figure, I started trying to fix this um on my own, and then I decided, let's just share my entire screen, and why not the sound, just in case. So I started trying to fix this issue myself. So the problem that I'm having is I host a community. We've got about 500 members on Mighty Networks. I love it. The problem is it costs like over $2,000 a year. I don't like that. I feel like now the more I'm learning with AI and stuff like that, that I could probably build something like this for free. And so there are three core problems that I want to address. In fact, let me just write those out first. I'm telling you, y'all are seeing me in live action. This is what I would be due. It's a Thursday. Some calls got canceled. By the way, I'm a founder and executive director of a nonprofit called High Sky Society. And I was troubleshooting this working on my own. And I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not just record this? Because I've been trying to do more content. And so this is what I need to solve. I don't want to pay to host my community behind a paywall. I might want to host free content on that same site, but I could also do that somewhere else. So that's not that big of a deal. Problems I want solved. So this is what I want to try to accomplish in this webinar. So problems I want solved. I don't want to pay to host my community behind a paywall. Example, Mighty Networks, which I will refer to as MN. I don't want to offer, I want to offer paid content. I want to offer paid content like courses or papers behind a paywall. And I also want to offer like one-offs, like they can buy like one. So let's say, I'll say both subscriptions and one-offs. Like maybe they want to buy one course, but also maybe they want to get a subscription. Okay. I don't want to pay for web hosting like Wix or Mighty Networks. Okay, so I'm going to show you what all of that looks like in a sec. So things that I know, these are things that I've learned, that none of this is going to make sense to you until we start solving it. But I'm just giving you the problem statement first. Things that I know: Stripe via Mighty Networks, and Wix, which uses their own payment thing, takes a huge chunk of my payments, and it adds up. And what I've also learned is we can use Zeffy for our payment gateway, which takes 0 fees. So let's walk through. First, I'll walk you through what is happening on Mighty Networks. All right. So when you first find our landing page, and by the way, our nonprofit is decarbonizing aviation with hydrogen. And so it says, connection. I'm not going to walk you through the whole thing, okay? But this is the landing page you would go to. So you could either sign in, you could join now, or you could hit explore. And again, I love this, but it is not cheap. So it takes you to one of the courses that we're selling. And you can see all this for free. Let's say you wanted to go to the free member hub. Boom, it's going to prompt you to create an account. Access, right? And then you create your account. Okay, so let's say that we're in, and this is what it looks like. So this is what a free member can see in my community. So they can see, this is one of our events that we did. If I wanted to join that, it's $30. All right. So that's like an example of a one-off. There's a course. If I wanted to buy that, it's $500. Um, we also have this company directory that people can join for free. So we're doing like hydrogen fuel cell powered aviation. Don't worry if you don't know what that means. It's not relevant for this video. But maybe you're building an aircraft and you want to find somebody that um has a fuel cell that has like the requirements that you're looking for. So what you would do is this is a topic for another day, but anybody can enter their company in here and then they can filter. And so let's say that they're looking for a company that's um building a fuel cell, right? So then it's going to filter all the fuel cell building companies. Or say you're a fuel cell company and you want to find a customer like somebody developing an aircraft, then you could filter that way. Now you see some people are doing multiple things. And so these are, one of the features that you get for free. Okay. High Sky monthly webinars that we do. This is all free. So you can go in here and watch the replay. So let's say you're trying to learn more about hydrogen aviation, then you can get the slides of the presentation. We do one of these a month. We just did our 76th one. Okay. And there's tons in here. So all of that you can access for free. We also have a VIP section. So let's say I want to become a VIP. I could subscribe for $250 a year, $500. It goes all the way up to $7,500. And then these are just kind of about pages. Okay. So you get the idea. For free, this is what you get. You can buy one-offs, like an event, a course. We have other courses as well. So we have how to certify a hydrogen-powered aircraft, 3 weeks, 6 lectures, 12 total hours, but it's self-paced, so you could do it fast. When we did it live, it was 12 hours. There's a hydrogen safety for aviation. Same right now, we're currently in the hydrogen aviation policy and power. We're teaching like advocacy and stuff like that. And there's a hydrogen certification course. So anyway, those are examples of one-offs. All right. Okay, so if somebody were to buy a course, let me just show you what happens. You see how those courses were $500, right? This is what I get out of it. So you might think $473 is still really good. But let me tell you, that adds up. That adds up. Let's also make a sheet and let's just track how much we'll save by doing this. Okay, so I pay $2,300 annually, Mighty Networks. Anyway, this is how you build a sustainable business, because you have to penny pinch so bad. All right, so first on the list, I don't want to pay to host my community. All right, so I love this. This is beautiful. It is very functional. It's cool. People can share. We've got all kinds of cool stuff in here. People are chatting, so it's almost like our own little Facebook or LinkedIn. We can post events, so everybody can post relevant events. So we're always like in the know. Company directory that I showed you. And then there's VIP, there's those one-off sales and all that. So I love that, but we have to pay $2,300 a year for this, right? We have to pay $2,300 a year. On top of that, if somebody buys one of these courses, let's say somebody buys this course, they go ahead and put in their credit card and pay $500. That goes through Stripe. This is what I get off of that. Okay. So let's see if we can look at transactions, and I'll tell you. So what I'm looking at is I want to see how much money we made from that site in the last year and how much we paid in fees. That's how much we made on that site in the last year. Let's just drag this over. And that's how much they got. Okay, so we are going to do this number divided by this number. And then we're going to turn that into a percent. So 5%. It doesn't look like a lot, but a year goes by really fast when you're running a company, and $1,500 is, you could run a really good marketing campaign with $1,500. It just adds up, okay? And this is not the only place that we're losing money. So we're going to go ahead and put that number in our sheet over here. This is our, and let me just make this a little bit better. So this is Mighty Networks annual fee. Gosh, that's long, isn't it? You can freeze this column, I guess. I don't know if we'll need to, but let's just do it. And then this is Stripe fees. We'll say Stripe fees in past year, because it would be more if we made more, right? Okay, so these are two things that I want to eliminate the cost. The other one, so Mighty Networks is like our community page, right? But we also have like our main page, and let me show you that. So this is like for people that don't really know who we are or what we do. But this is our team. So it tells you like about us, what we do, our values, just, you know, things you would want to know. There's our board, there's our team, there's our volunteers, there's a donation thing. We've got like our news and press releases. This is our Wix page. Yeah. And then High Sky Connect. This is just like another way for you to get to it. So these are some of our VIP members, but like if I hit like join now, then it's going to take me to connect.highsky, which is the Mighty Networks. But okay, I'm thinking I don't want to get too much in the weeds, but I'm having a thought. And if anybody watches this, thank you for watching. By the way, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, because this is like my first time ever doing this. I mean, I'm doing it for myself to talk through this, but if it helps somebody, great. So you might be asking, why do you need a Wix site? It's a good question. I have two answers. I don't know that they're right, but they're just what my learnings have led to. As a nonprofit, let me show you this. This is crazy. So if you are starting a nonprofit, a 501c3, you're not going to believe what Google gives you. And I don't know if they still do it, but I believe they do. And it was a bit to get approved for it, but I mean, you can do it in a matter of, I think we did everything to set up in like 3 months. Google gives you ad grants, and you might think, what does that mean for me? Look, I'm going to skip the sales pitch. I'm going to tell you, you get $10,000 in Google ad grants per month. That's $120,000 in advertising a year. And let me just quickly show you what that looks like. And I promise I'm going to bring it back. Over the last 30 days, okay, we ran a lot of campaigns. We got 1,000 clicks. All right. And so this is why I like having the Wix page. Okay. It has to do with the Google Ads grants. Google lets me run ads for any pages that I have on Wix. I've tried to run ads on High Sky Connect, and I don't know if you can see the domain, but it's still highsky.org. It's got a subdomain, connect.highsky.org. I get an error. It's my impression, my inexperienced trial and error impression, that Google Ads grant won't let me run an ad on a subdomain. I could be wrong, but I haven't figured that out yet. I've asked chat, I've asked all the AIs, and I've even asked Google's AI in there. Worthless, it just leads me on these wild goose chases that lead me nowhere. Okay, so what I then am forced to do is run ads on the Wix website. So what I'll do is I'll make like a hidden page like this. So I'll run an ad like this that it's not a subdomain. It's still our regular domain with a whatever that trailing part is called. And so then you can download the free policy guide. We can do this in Wix. I know there are other ways to do this, but if somebody fills this out, so you hit submit, and it says, we've emailed you the briefing. Then you close that, and then it sends me this email, your hydrogen aviation policy guide. And so it says, hi, Danielle, your hydrogen, da, 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 da. You download the guide, right? And then bada bing, bada boom, there's my free PDF. In doing that, I was able to collect their email address, basically all their information. So I now have a new lead. Anyway, so you get the idea. So I run ads on this on Google Ads. So my dilemma with Wix is, if I am only allowed to run ads on the domain that is hosted on Wix, highsky.org, then I will need to continue paying for Wix. Although I'm having an idea. Perhaps there's an opportunity to maybe the move, okay, go with me. Maybe the move is to give Wix the subdomain. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, like maybe Wix is only used for a bunch of ads that I run on Google, perhaps. And that might be free. Like I just make like a whole bunch of HTML pages. By the way, you also might be wondering, you also might be thinking, well, Wix has a membership thing. Why don't you use that? Tried that, been there, done that. It's buggy, it's slow, it's clunky. Wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. So yeah, so now I've got myself spread out all over the place. Okay, so I think we covered all of these. Okay, yeah, so I've shown you the problems that I want to solve. Now, we are going to attempt to solve them. So, first and foremost, mainly because the Mighty Networks High Sky Connect payment is coming up next week, and I don't want to pay that $2,300. So I'm picking that one to attack first. All right. I'm going to show you Zeffy, okay? So I know this is a lot to take in. This really is truly a masterclass, but it's a unorganized, off-the-dome masterclass. Now I want to show you what Zeffy is. Again, it's made for nonprofits, but I don't know if anybody can use it. You can try. But if you have a nonprofit, you definitely need to be using it. Think of Zeffy as a Stripe, but they literally charge 0 fees. These are the solutions they offer. They sell ticketing, donations, raffles, ships, peer-to-peer. You can email people completely free. So it's like a competitor to MailChimp, 100% free. It's bare bones, which I prefer because I think MailChimp is over-engineered. It's exactly what you need. So that's another huge benefit. Unlimited contacts and emails. All right. So the way that Zeffy works is I would say I want to do a new campaign. All right. And I want to do a membership, right? Because I want to charge people for a membership so they can get paid content. All right. So let's say create membership. And yep, we'll call it High Sky Society's memberships. And we'll just say membership. I'm just going to make it 1 tier for now to keep it really simple. Cool. I'm not going to change any of this because it's just for demonstration purposes. We're just going to leave whatever they give us. And let's make the price $100. Okay, so $100 a year. And we could allow them to make an additional donation. I'm going to leave that off for now just to keep it simple. And this is their form. Yeah, let's make a discount code called Discount 2026. Okay, just copy that so I don't forget it. So let's hit next. So I'm going to show you what my challenge is with this, right? That's kind of cool. They get a membership card. I wonder, did they get it? It's a digital membership. That's really cool though, because they could put that on their website. I like that. Okay, so I think we are ready to go with our membership. And then, of course, we'll send them an email thanking them, yearly membership, yada, yada. All right, so we hit next, and we're just going to leave all of this the same. I'm going to say display this campaign on my page. I will get to that in just a second. Don't worry about that right now. We're going to say next. Okay, cool. So we made our membership. All right, now you're probably thinking, Danielle, that was super easy. Why don't you just use that? All right, let me show you my challenge. Okay, so also in Zeffy, they also give you an org page that you can customize, a landing page. Now, I've spent a little time on this, okay? I haven't used this for much. And what do you know? There's our membership. Let's go buy a membership. And you're going to see where my problem is. So let's select this membership. And let's continue. Let's put our discount code because I don't want to pay $100 for this thing that I'm just playing with. Okay, let's confirm. Sending me a confirmation. Okay, cool. So I just bought a membership, right? What did I get for my membership? See what happens. I'm so curious where this takes me. I've never seen this before. Where is it going to take me? Maybe there's another page I can develop. Okay, so that's not exciting, right? If I just paid $100 and it takes me to this page, I'm going to be like, what the heck? I got a member card. Woohoo! That's all I got. So that is my dilemma. This is what I want to do. This is what we're going to do. First, we're going to ask, we can try to, let's say this, we can redirect to maybe a page that is only accessible via, we should probably have a login. We can redirect to a page that requires a login. I think we should run it by Claude first because we do need to make sure that however we build this page, and we're just going to start by building one page. Before we start building this page, we need to ensure that we can lock it down, either that it requires a login or like a one-time code. Okay, so the prompt, actually going to stop sharing really quick. Okay, because what I want to do is I'm going to move Riverside to a different there. Let's see that. That's going to be better. Okay, now I'm not looking off to the side the whole time. I have 3 screens and I had Riverside in front of me and what I was working on over here. So I'm looking over there. I've moved Riverside over. We're learning as we go, right? Okay, so my Claude prompt. Currently, I have a membership community hosted on Mighty Networks, but it's too dang expensive. I run High Sky Society, a hydrogen aviation nonprofit, and we prefer to use Zeffy for payments. The problem I am having is that I want a way to use Zeffy's membership payment thing on a site that I host that is only accessible if you pay. Is that something I could do on like Google sites? I was thinking maybe after people pay, they get like a one-time code to access the site. I'm not sure. I went that route, meaning the one-time code route, because I read that Google Sites only allows login with Google and doesn't support that many users. All right, so I gave that to Claude before I started recording. And here's what Claude said. Can I make this bigger? Okay, this is a great problem to solve, yada, yada, yada. I love that it made these workflows, okay? So this is like very helpful. And so option 1, Zeffy collects payment. You email them a password. They unlock the site. It's the easiest, free, low tech, but the password can be shared. Exactly. So I don't like that one. Option 2, no code member portal. Zeffy collects payment. Zapier adds them to list. Actually, Google can do that now, Google Studio, but yeah. And then Softer grants login access. I've never heard of Softer. So we're going to learn this together. Individual logins, scalable, softer has a free tier. Oh, I don't like when they say free tier. That usually means it's going to make me pay when things start happening. Option 3, Zeffy collects payment, webhook triggers account, full auth system. The most control, most work, WordPress plus MemberPress. I'm not super experienced on WordPress. I'm not opposed to trying it. I have no idea what MemberPress is. And I'm not super experienced with webhooks. And I already have Wix. So it recommends option 2. Okay, so let me share. Let's just look at Softer really quick. Let's check them out. Softer, they spell it. Link for Softer. Am I spelling it right? I mean, it gives me the prices here, but you know, the AIs sometimes lie. I wish every answer was in these format. Gosh, it makes my brain so very happy. Let's check it out. Build business apps with AI that actually work. It's what they all say. What do you get with free? 10 app users? What does that mean? Builders or customers? 5,000 databases. 500 da-da-da. I need to see a demo. I hate when they say book a demo. Just show me what the damn thing does. Really? Okay, we gotta ask. Let's ask Claude. What do we need Softer for? I think I can handle building the page where the paywall content is hosted. I just need a way for people to log in. Like, they won't get access unless they pay via Zeffy and then log in with their Zeffy email. I don't know, something like that is what I'm thinking. Okay, so Softer might be overkill. I knew we didn't need all that. Outsourcing the short, please. Feel free to put in flow chart like you did earlier. I much prefer that over reading it. No, I'm not going to fix my spelling. I love these. I don't want to use Google. I already told you that. What is it called? Is it called OneAuth? What is OneAuth? Yeah, we just need to install that. I believe, and I really like Zoho products. They're super democratized, almost free. I highly recommend. My co-founder in Nepal, well, he's in Hong Kong now, but he's from Nepal, turned me on to them. Okay, where am I? Claude. Here, let's get rid of some of this. We don't need you. We don't need you. We're done with you for now. We'll come back later. Definitely don't need that. Don't need that. All right. I love this flow chart. However, remember I said I don't want them to have to log in via Google because some people don't use Google. Let's just say I host a page on Wix or something. Let me see. Let's just say I host a random page somewhere. I love it. Charting your options. It keeps wanting me to use Notion. I've only used Notion a teeny bit. What is an MFA app? Okay, what is one auth though? I've heard of that before. What is one auth? Like, what is it called when people have to log in? Like, you can log, I think it's called SSO or something. You can log in with an email and password or Google or Apple, etc. What is that called? What is that called? It is SSO. I could not think of it at first. OAuth. I was so close. Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, when I said one auth earlier, I meant OAuth. So can you, okay, okay, can you put it in the flow chart, pretty please? It's funny that I'm using Claude. I go back and forth. I switch a lot. Okay, so the member pays on Zeffy. Their email gets whitelisted in clerk.com. What the heck is clerk.com? Member logs in. Clerk checks whitelists. And Clerk is free for up to 10,000 users. Okay, now this sounds like the kind of solution I am looking for. All right, so let's try to find Clerk. The main thing to figure out now is what you'll build the site on, since that determines how you drop Clerk in. A few quick options. Webflow, no code, looks great. Clerk has a Webflow guide. Next.js, if you know little code, Clerk was literally built for this. I know a little. I've used Next.js a little, but I don't think anything's ever been deployed because I've gotten confused. WordPress. I need it to be free AF. Okay. All right. I'm tempting my skills here. Okay. So really, okay, I have very little experience with Next.js. Just assume none. And I've never heard of, oh, I should go on voice chat. I don't know if you can on here. I think I have heard of Vercel. What do I do first? Okay. Since you're starting from zero, I'd actually recommend letting Claude. Oh, I definitely was going to. But first thing, do you have these installed? Once these are installed, I think I have installed this before, but let's just go ahead and do it again. I've been having that issue lately. Oh, Visual Studio. I'm very familiar with that. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have this too. We shall see. I feel like they're both going to say it's already installed. Okay, I guess. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, gosh, yeah, don't even get me started. I've been getting more comfortable with doing things that I don't fully understand lately. Recently I started a few years ago building a Plex server, but then it was kind of clunky, but then just the way I had it set up, but they made you pay for Plex. And then I built a Jellyfin server that I'm quite proud of. I agree. I'm pretty sure I already have this. I know I do. Register code as an editor. Yeah, whatever. Let's leave it. But I just built a Jellyfin server. While that's loading, I'll show you. So if you want a tutorial on how to do this, and guess how much? Uh, I forgot how to get to my server. Shoot, that's embarrassing. This part, I'm still learning this part. Um, but yeah, so I recently built a jellyfin server and I am proud of that. We have everything. We don't pay any subscriptions. Um, and then the next thing we're building is Jellify, which is like Spotify for jellyfin. So, if you want a tutorial on that, like very, very beginner friendly tutorial, um, and how not to get your internet shut off because I had to learn that the hard way. VPN's not enough. Um, Let me know and we'll do that. Okay. What else did it want me to install? Install Claude Code. Do you see where it says download? I'm supposed to do. By the way, um, as I mentioned, we're pinching pennies, and I didn't want to pay for Claude, but they had an option to like pay for like 4 days. Step one, I have Windows, obviously. Guess I wouldn't know that, but I bet it did. Go to. Okay, I already downloaded Node. Get on my nerves. Oh, wait a second. Let me just. This is confusing me now. Maybe that's what it wanted me to get. I do have that. Let's over here so you can see what it looks like. You have Docker installed on your system. Do you want to install the recommended extensions? I'm not really sure. Let's ask Claude. This is actually cool. I've used this before. A long time ago, I tried to do, come on. Long time ago, I tried to do a ChatGPT God mode. My God, I spent days on that. And then I think people were hyping it up. I mean, I got it to do a little, but anyway, I just got frustrated. I was like, this isn't worth it. I still would like an AI that's jailbroken. Click the install button at the top left. Okay. I get so paranoid when I get in. Oh, install right there. I don't. Oh, that's my screenshot. Look at us. I'm quite excited to see what this does. Press any key to install Windows subsystem for Linux. I don't have Linux. Whoa. Now I've installed it because I pressed a key. Oh, well, I guess we needed it. I don't know what I did. Okay, I did. Then it said press any key to install Windows for Linux, and I accidentally pressed a key. Is that bad? We will see. Just try to grab all of these in one screenshot. Damn it, don't forget. Get all that. Snipping tool's been so buggy. I think maybe my mouse is like running out. My batteries are running out on my mouse or something. All right, that's what we see. Oh, guys, I think we're officially vibe coding. What's forbidden? Okay, top left. WSL failed 403 forbidden. That's fine. Just close that black left window. Okay. Top right. This is installing Node.js. Press any key to continue on that one. I've done this before. I don't remember why. Pardon me while I eat a little. I don't know if you can see. It's arugula mix, tomatoes, like different cherry tomatoes, mushrooms, tofu, onions. But the way I made it was so good. I got the idea from this girl on TikTok. Mm-mm-mm. Well, some definitely happening now. I have not done this before. At first, I thought I had. I'm like, no, I've seen PowerShell. Maybe that's used for more than one thing. I think we have to wait for it to be done. Yeah, I'm really curious what this is gonna do. I mean, I know how powerful coding is. Excuse me, but I don't know, have any of you used Lovable? I love that, but very difficult to customize because I get into these things where it's like, hey, I want them to pay for this. And it gets to the point where, especially, it's a good problem to have. It really is. I mean, the hardest problem is starting a new business and nobody's going to your website, but a more challenging technical problem is having a business that's running with 500 people logged in on your site and trying to figure out how to move them for free and not piss anybody off and make it seamless and all that. And no matter what, though, I mean, I've been working on this for 8 years. This company particular for 3, but the hydrogen stuff in general for almost 8. And um, what was I gonna say about that? It took a long time to get to this point. So all those people that are like, "Oh, this is how I made da da da," yeah, it's bullshit. Make $1. Okay, I didn't make this for advice. How about we pause and come back when this is done? Because it's taking way too long. Let's see. Okay, what we got? Oh no, packages requiring reboot. Okay, I do have to pause my stream. So I am going to type enter to exit packages requiring reboot. Let me just ask Claude if that really is true. Okay, I do have to reboot. Fingers crossed that this works. I am stopping the recording and gonna reboot. See you soon.